This is Tonga, a small island in the Pacific Ocean where 91% of the population is overweight.
On average, Tongans eat 4 times the amount of food recommended by the nation's health department.
75% are obese. It is the most obese country on Earth. Obesity-related diseases are the leading cause of death.
This country has one of the highest levels of type 2 diabetes in the world, and it has a massive health impact.
Here, a bigger body has always been a sign of power, of status, of beauty. In Tonga, size has never been something to fix.
I can drink 10 2-liter Coke every day.
Or something to be self-conscious about.
Before I'm skinny, but now...
Even though in most of the rest of the world, fat people are judged, shamed, and told to change. So what happens when a country's idea of beauty becomes its biggest killer? Who let it get this bad? And is it already too late? I went to Tonga to find out. 91% of adults in Tonga are overweight. 75% are obese. And that number is climbing. One generation ago, it was just over half. Today, 99.9% of the population is considered at risk of developing a serious, life-altering disease. Tonga is the most obese country on Earth. And to put that into perspective, the United States, a country that considers itself in an obesity crisis, has an obesity rate of around 40%. Tonga is nearly double that. 1 in 4 Tongans over 30 has type 2 diabetes. Only one generation ago, it was 1 in 20. Diabetes-related amputations here have tripled in recent years. Limbs lost because of what people eat. In the United States, around 1 in 8 people has diabetes, and it is considered a national epidemic. In Tonga, that number is roughly double. 83% of all deaths in this country come from diseases linked to obesity and lifestyle. And life expectancy here isn't improving. Makes sense. For decades, countries like the USA, New Zealand, and Australia exported their cheapest, fattiest cuts of meat to the Pacific Islands. The offcuts nobody else wanted. Mutton flaps, turkey tails, fatty beef. When Pacific nations tried to ban these imports, they were blocked by trade agreements and often threatened with future trade security. So, an entire region was flooded with cheap, fatty meat. And at the same time, the price of fish, the food Tongan people had eaten for generations, skyrocketed. The local diet was replaced almost overnight by economic decisions made by people in completely different countries. So the West absolutely helped create this crisis, but the markets are still full. The fast food restaurants, though, are fuller.
Now, I want to give you guys some insight on how I felt after watching this documentary, which was really well put together. First thing is, in Tonga, just straight up, full transparency, the bigger that you are, or even in Polynesia as a whole, specifically to Tonga, there is this idea that if you are bigger, it's a sign of beauty, it's a sign of wealth, it's a sign of being established, it's a sign of a ton of other things that come with being big. Your status does increase. Now, being that I was born here in America, a lot of the traditions, a lot of the ideals, a lot of the patterns of behavior have been adopted from Tonga and taught within the household. And so we love to eat. We can eat like no other. Now, it has become a problem here in America, right? As you could see from the documentary, we are ahead as far as obesity levels and per capita in the world. We're number 1 in the world. Mind you, yes, it is a smaller civilization, an island, but based on the numbers, that is just shocking, but at the same time, not really, because I've been to Tonga, I understand the culture, I understand the mindset. Now, it's something that you have to break through here specifically because it's customary and respectful in the culture to eat what is given you, even though you may be full, even though you may be done, right, with eating, or you just ate. It's very, very respectful to take whatever any family offers you, and that's a big sign of their love or their gratitude or it's just a sign of being genuine, whether it's at a family visit or something more formal like a wedding, parties. food is to be celebrated. And I know that's amongst all cultures, but specifically in Tongan culture, it is a very, very big thing. And so to wrap it all up, guys, at the end of it all, we all have a decision to make. No matter what country you're from, no matter where you were born, brought up and raised, we all have a decision to make and a choice, whether to live healthy or not. And so that's why I picked up this channel to help create that sense of freedom and knowing that you can make a decision with your own life. Yes, they have all these foods that are unhealthy and imported to Tonga, but at the same time, they still have crops, root crops. They still have fish. They still have things that are naturally from the land that they originally would eat. But what happens is a lot of these people, like farmers, fishermen, root crop growers, they are taking everything from the land that they sell at these markets, and then they end up profiting from it, but then turning around and buying the unhealthy turkey tails, the unhealthy lamb flaps, the unhealthy whatever it may be, canned goods, corned beef is a big thing in Tonga, canned spaghetti, all of these things. If they would just stick to what they have, right, and in their backyard, then I think we can definitely make a change there. But it's so deeply rooted now to the point where that's just become normal life. And so, interesting documentary, interesting insight. Definitely feel like there's a lot of changes that can be made on everybody's behalf, whether you're from America or in China, whether you're from Germany. Everybody has a choice to make. So on this journey, let's go and make sure that we are doing our best, and I'm doing my best, and it's proof in the numbers in the week-to-week weigh-ins that we can make a change. So outside of fitness, I know that it will directly affect your life in every way. So that's why it's important to me, and it should be important to you. So let's go, guys.